Davis Spartans versus the Downey High Knights in tonight's basketball game of the week. And Dick, we saw an exciting game here last week. The Modesto Panthers and the Downey Knights. A last-second shot, or last 3-second shot by Lamar Brown to put Modesto ahead, and then a valiant try by Jason Gaskell for Downey at the last second of the ball game, when the ball actually went in and around the rim and came out to end the ball game.
Yeah, 7 years since '81 that I've been doing these high school games. That is the most exciting game I've seen. Just outstanding. And it's kind of interesting that both teams tonight are coming in off losses. Downey, of course, lost a week ago, and then just last Tuesday, Bayer, all battered and beat up as they are, managed to hang on and defeat Downey also 49-48. So Downey is coming in, losing 2 games by a grand total of, count them folks, 2 points.
Yeah, and what's interesting is here's Downey. They came into last week's game against Modesto. They were 2-0. They lose that game by 1. Then they go to Bayer, lose that game by 1. They could very easily be 4-0 and leading the CCC right now. And as it was for Modesto last week, where they had to win that ball game to keep in the race, Downey more or less is in the same situation tonight. Now they've had those 2 heartbreaking losses, and they really need this victory tonight real bad.
And it just goes to show that what you mentioned a week ago is ever so true, Steve. That is that the Central California Conference, especially with the teams in this area, are extremely evenly matched. The other night, Davis lost to Turlock. Again, a very close game, down to the wire, and then in the last few minutes, Turlock pulled ahead, 74-59 over Davis. But Davis, who has won the Oakdale Christmas tournament, and during that tournament, they did defeat Downey, already have 1 win over Downey. They are coming off a loss too, and they had a very difficult time keeping Clint Ledeen down. He scored 25 points against them, but then he could score 25 against anybody. So we're going to just see an outstanding basketball season all for the next 4 or 5 weeks as the CCC winds down and playoff time comes around.
And you know what's interesting about the Davis Spartans, Dick, is you don't know which team's going to show up. I mean, they look like world beaters one game, and then the next game they look like, a team playing their first game. They go in, they win that Oakdale tournament rather convincingly. Like you said, they beat Downey in that tournament. And then here they are tonight. They're coming in, I believe, with a 1-2. They're 1-2 tonight.
1-3.
1-3.
Downey's 1-3 in league play.
And they've got some talent out there. They really do.
Norm Honberger, I think, is going to be a key for them, Steve. The big guy scored well the other night, got 22 points in the loss to Turlock. Again, as you said, though, he can be hot, he can be cold, and it's ever so important that he be consistent for them if they are going to be challenging at all. But with a 1-3 league record right now for Coach Dennis France, it's just trying to hang on.
Yeah, Davis wants to show what, that they're not the 1-3 that their record has in it this year.
Well, as we get ready for the announcement of the starting lineups, we want to say thanks to the people who have donated gifts for whoever is our player of the game tonight, and I certainly hope it's not as hard as it was last night. And those people are
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Bob's Sandwich Shop, Garcia JoJo's, Modesto Baseball Cards, and boy, I saw a ton of people in there today, a ton. And Action Sports.
They weren't buying Dodgers stuff.
Yeah, they were. That's right. They're getting ready for Super Bowl weekend.
Here's the starting lineups. Now we'll try to help you identify the players as they come out onto the court. Number 15 comes out for the green-shirted Davis Spartans. First time we've had a chance to look at them tonight, this year. Number 10, Trevor Rush comes out for the Downey Knights. Number 23, Brian Whalen. And for the Knights, on the other side, number 11, Lee Eccles. Ernie Lopez, number 31, comes out for the Spartans. 6'3" senior. Jason Gaskell, he of the Hail Mary, coming out ever so close on that desperation shot. Number 43, Chris Guptill. And the tradition continues. Number 24, Mark Duran. Very, very good clutch ball player. Duran, even as a sophomore, showed great ability. Number 53, Norm Honberger for Davis. And coming out for the Downey Knights, number 25, Jimmy Ellswick. Good outside shooter, good inside shooter. Just a good all-around ball player.
We're going to have our national anthem.
Well, Steve, we've had a chance over the years while we've been televising these ball games to listen to some very good pep bands. It wasn't but a couple of years ago we heard the Modesto High Band. Remember, they were just outstanding. Had a couple of student leaders there. One was Debbie Vermeulen. I remember her, just did an outstanding job. And this year, I'm going to have to say the Downey's sporting a fantastic band. They did a great job last year, or last week, I should say, and seem to be keeping it going tonight. A good pep band.
And they did the national anthem proud. A very good rendition. Jim Lackey will be the referee, and he's about to toss up the ball, and the umpire will be Bob Nicholson.
Hornberger controls, back to Otis Dunn. Davis, I don't think is going to be able to match them for speed. Do you, Steve?
No.
Ernie Lopez, number 31, stolen by Gaskell, number 13, comes up with a loose ball. Downey now. With the ball, Jimmy Ellswick, excuse me. Tough man-to-man. That's one thing we've noticed this year so far, Steve. Good defenses. Now, we might want to explain that right there. Explain why that's a traveling violation.
If you're holding the ball and go to a knee, and you're not dribbling now, you're holding the ball, and you take a knee or go to a knee while holding the ball, that is a traveling automatic. Or if you're on your knee and get up, same thing.
Another one that's a traveling violation, very few people realize. Great steal. Here comes Trevor Rush. All-world speed, and he just outdistances everybody there on that quick dash for the steal and the transition layup. Another thing they don't realize, too, Steve, is if you sort of stumble and you go to the floor and only touch the ball to the floor, if you do that, that's traveling, too. If you kind of lean down, put the ball on the floor with both hands, that's a traveling violation also. Bombs away, no good. Rebound, batted away, picked up by Lee Eccles, number 11. Fast breaking. Downey looking to get some revenge for that loss in the Oakdale tournament. Working against a tough man-to-man. Honberger is working there against Gaskell, and if they keep Gaskell out, then Honberger won't be underneath to rebound. Honberger and Guptill, the big guys. Guptill comes up with a loose ball. He's going to go coast to coast. He does. He drives. He shoots. No good. Batted around and out. Rebound, Rush. Here come the Knights. Gaskell inside. Shoots. Scores. Make it 4-0. Downey. Only 2 minutes gone. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Davis trails by 4. They've got the ball.
We're about 2 minutes into the ball game, Dick. There's already 4 turnovers.
Wow.
There's our first foul of the evening.
Turnaround jumper by Honberger. Jimmy Ellswick called for the foul. Onberger really has some size in there. Onberger has a size. Ernie Lopez has a leaping ability.
We have two good officials for this game, both veteran officials.
Onberger misses the first. Davis still scoreless. Not now. 4-1. Downey. Downey ball. Quickly up court to Ellswick. Does he want to pop from 3? He had a career night against Merced when he went 6 for 8 from the 3-point range. That's better than most kids will do in a lifetime. Oh, turning his back was Ernie Lopez and just opened up the driving lane for Jason Gaskell. Jason just rode right up the back of Ernie Lopez, who had just literally cleared it out for him. 6-1. Downey.
Gaskell's eyes got real wide.
You just saw 2 points. There goes my average. Up, up, up. Turnaround jumper in the key. Good. Guptill from about 13 feet, right in the key. Well, the family name Guptill has been synonymous with Modesto High School sports for a couple of decades, and it looks like we're never going to run out of them. Jimmy Ellswick pumps one in from 15 feet. Very good athletes. Second generation now. At least. I don't want, maybe before that.
Another good crowd here tonight too, Dick.
Not quite as full as last night, or last Friday night. Otis underneath against the tall pine. He's going to go up, batted around, rejected by Gaskell, picked up by Rush. Driving a shot, nice touch. Air ball though. Here's Guptill for the rebound.
I can't decide whether Dunn was really trying to take that shot or if he was trying to pass off underneath there. I hope he was trying to pass off because it was really a bad shot if he was trying to take that shot.
He was boxed in by 3 white shirts.
All of who had about 4 or 5 inches on him too.
At least. Interesting, Downey employing a zone defense. Shot, no good, back iron, Guptill misses. Hornberger rebounds, drives, shoots. Oh, short arms it. Off the front iron. Ball's batted around and knocked out of bounds by Norm Hornberger. Van Diepen coming into the ball game now, number 21. Along, let's see if we can catch the other ones. Mark Duran.
Jose Robles.
Jose Robles.
I think tonight looks like the Downey plan of attack is to keep fresh horses in there all the time and try and run them to death.
Well, Coach Mike Levantini has the horses. He's got the stable down there as it goes. Brian Herr, number 34, has come in. He looked very good last week. Hit some clutch free throws. Inside, that'll be a reach. Good call. Just right on it. Van Diepen call for the reach in. Davis trailing 8-3 here with only 3.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, Steve. Boy, this one has gone by fast. Trying to solve the riddle of this zone defense. Guptill shoots. Hornberger rebounds. It's batted out of his hands, and Otis Dunn comes up with it. So Davis has done a good job on the offensive boards. There's Guptill's spot, and he finally gets the break. Guptill from the baseline right, 15 feet. Make it 8-5. Downey lead cut to 3. They've got the ball. That's Van Diepen just in the ball game. Robles fakes left, goes right, shoots, scores. Nice 10-footer in the paint. 10-5, Downey lead. Davis ball. Drive. Pass off. Otis goes for 3. Doesn't cash in. Ball is taken right out of the hands of Chris Guptill by Trevor Rush. Here come the fast breaking Downey Knights. Ellswick fakes right, drives left. Nice move, shoots, and he'll be fouled. Go to the line for 2.
Good job of drawing the foul.
Ernie Lopez called for the foul. Hard to believe we're almost down to the 2-minute warning, Steve, of the first quarter already. 10-5, Downey lead, going for 2 more. And the great Leslie enters the ball game. Number 21, Jay Leslie for the Spartans. Ellswick's first shot up. Short arms it. Leslie performed well in our first game that we had this year. Second shot up. Jim scores and will immediately leave the game, being replaced there by Steve Ochoa. So Mike Levantini is doing what he's done so well, and that is alternate his personnel and get the most mileage out of them so they can continue to use that harassing, pressing defense and then drop back into a zone. Good shot. Bombs away. Make it 11-7.
Brian Zwollen scoring his first points of the evening.
Nice rush. Move by Trevor Rush.
Beautiful run.
Shot by Ochoa was rejected in there. Rebound goes to Davis. They trail by 4. Chance to cut it to 2. Drive, shot, almost a score by Zwollen. Comes out to 31. Steve Ochoa. Left hands it up. Rush trying to get the ball inside. Wants to, but opts for Ochoa. 11-7, Downey leads. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Drive, shot. Oh, short arm by Jose Robles. Zwollen with the ball again. Guptill forced a little bit further than he likes to shoot from that baseline.
Dick, Ernie Lopez has been open over here in the corner a couple of times. There's a three-pointer.
No good as number 21, the great Leslie, misses. Shot to Trevor Rush, batted out of his hands, picked up by Zwollen. Drives, shoots, no good. Front iron, and a foul in there. Brian Herr was hammered in the head. Let's see if it was Honberger. Yes. Foul will go to Norm Honberger as he just clobbered. Brian Herr took the brunt of that attack. Here comes Downey with the ball. They've got a 4-point lead.
One of the reasons for the quick quarter, too, Dick, is there's only been 2 fouls on each team. So when you don't have many fouls, the clock doesn't stop as often, of course.
Ochoa drives left. He's going to shoot. He does. Side iron. Herr, beautiful rebound by Brian Herr. Took it away from two Davis Spartans. Otis Dunn was one of them, and the other one was a great Jay Leslie. And he just took it right out of their hands, went right back up with it, was fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
And that to me is a good foul because he's right there and he's going to score the 2 points. And you're going to have to hack him and stop him right there because that's an automatic.
And sometimes, Steve, what the problem is you go up and you sort of foul and you don't put enough pressure on the arm and they score anyway. 16 seconds to go, 11-7, Downey lead. Herr trying to up it by 1. He missed the front end. But gets the second one, 12-7. Downey, Davis ball. Leslie. Back to Ernie Lopez. Working for the last shot with 10 seconds to go. Otis. Likes to pump from long range. 3-pointer by Lopez. No good as the buzzer sounds. And at the end of the first quarter, the Downey Knights lead 12-7. And it's strength against power right now, speed against power, and speed is winning out, Steve.
So far, Dick, and but Davis has missed a few easy shots underneath, I would call them. And again, the battle of the foul line is going to come to pass in this game. I can see it now.
Well, it looks like a last week repeat because not only is it a tight basketball game, but also several players on each team look very good. And who will win the prizes, the gifts that we have for the outstanding player of the game? We have some Pepsi-Cola, thanks to the people of Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Bob's Sandwich Shop has a sandwich. Garcia JoJo's has a meal. Modesto Baseball Cards has a $10 gift certificate. That's great. And Action Sports has donated a gift. So our player of the game certainly goes home with a lot of goodies. second quarter action. Here we go. 12-7 lead. Downey with the ball, leading by 5. Davis now drops into a zone defense. They were playing man-to-man earlier. There's a shot by Elswick. He pumps his, excuse me. That was Brian Herr, I believe, wasn't it? 32?
Sure was.
Yeah.
Brian Herr with that basket.
Brian Herr ups the lead for Downey to 7 points. Onberger comes way out to get that ball this time. While Guptill seems to be going baseline to baseline. Leslie inside to Otis. Otis shoots and is fouled. And that might be foul number 2 for Jimmy Elswick. Let's wait and see. As the referee, yes it is, Elswick.
Dick, this was an important possession for Davis down here. They really can't afford to be trailing by too many points here. And really, I don't think this year they're the type of team to make the comeback. If they stay close, they can beat you.
Well, they have a big man, Bert Ewert, in there now. 6'7" junior, number 55 on your screen. He's the one that takes up half the screen there on the left side. Said to be about the biggest kid in many years to play basketball around here, 6'7". And shows surprising speed for a kid that big, and he's only a junior. Inside, shot, no good. Battered around, rebound as Jason Gaskell misses the turnaround jumper from the baseline left. Great Leslie brings it up. Little shuffle step there by Guptill as he prepares to unload. Fires from 18 and a foul. Foul's called on Brian Herr, number 32. And no one's going to the line. They're not in the 1-on-1 yet. Because as you just mentioned, Steve, a few minutes ago, there haven't been very many fouls. Otis from 3-point range, bombs away, back iron. Trevor Rush for the rebound. Here come the fast-breaking Knights. Not much there, over to Gaskell. Elswick will bomb from 3, no good. You can see here it was offline a little to the left. Nice rebound by Ewert. And here comes Davis. They trail by 5, 14-9, and we're already down to the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Steve, you'll be home by 9 o'clock. You'll be, little Betty buys there, you and your Pookie. Guptill, back to Otis. Otis has a lot of confidence in that outside shot, and he's not missing by much. Into Ewert. Got caught off underneath the basket, but did manage to get the shot off. No good. Here comes Downey. Rush. He's going to pump. He shoots. Back iron. Rebounds his own shot and then takes a forearm in the chops. The great Leslie, inadvertently, of course. He did not mean to do that. One of the fans is giving the hand signal, meaning traveling by Trevor, and of course he did travel after he took a forearm. I think I would travel after that too. In the ball comes to Gaskell. Beautiful underhand off the lip of the basket. Great try by Jason Gaskell. Onberger comes down with the boards. Here comes Whalen with the ball. 14-9, Downey leads. Davis just keeps hanging in there, won't let him break it open.
Both teams will be in the 1-on-1 now too.
3 points, Otis gets it. If he gets hot, Steve, we might have one of those long bomb contests. Elswick against Otis.
What's happened, the same thing that happened in last week's game. Downey gets the lead, but just really can't put that final punch onto him. And Davis has done a good job of hanging in here.
Put the nail in the coffin, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, now in case you're wondering what's going on out there, the official has just signaled for the Davis Spartans, which are the team behind at this point. They must come out of their zone defense and attack the ball. They must aggressively go against the ball. That's what you have to do when you're behind. If you're behind in the game and you're playing a zone defense, you must come out and get the ball. And so now you can see that Davis has been forced out of the zone, and now trailing 14-12. Shot, no good. Rebound's going to go to Downey. Herr gets it, brings it back out to Elswick.
We might mention, Dick, that if you have the ball on offense and are behind, you must penetrate in there too.
Right. Shot by her, baseline right, no good. Back iron, batted around. Ewert and Honberger. Honberger finally gets it. And here comes Davis now with a chance to tie. Trailing by 5 just a few seconds ago. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Zwalen, nice pass inside Ewert. Beautiful pass by Zwalen. Ewert converts the cripple, and we're tied at 14. Davis ball, or Davis ties, Downey ball. Now the zone defense does not have to come out. So they can drop back into that zone now. Let Downey hold the ball way out in front. Let's see if I'm wrong on this now. No, I guess if it's a tie game, you still have to come out.
The defense has to actively pursue the ball. It's the defense is going to have to come out. If he doesn't come out, it's a technical foul.
Right.
In this, got a technical foul on Davis. You have to come out and pursue the ball.
And they get 1 warning a quarter. 1 warning per quarter. Now the question that's being asked right now is, if it's a tie game, do they have to come out and get it?
Yes.
And the answer is yes.
That is the way it is. Let's see how they rule it, but that is the way it is. The defense. Let's see how they rule in it.
Make a decision, ref.
Now it's interesting to note who the...
Okay, I do believe...
You know what's going to happen right now, Steve.
I believe he's going to check the book on it.
We're going to go to the rule book.
Why don't we take a break here?
Right now, we have a break in the action, folks, and it could last many, many minutes. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
With the Davis Spartans not giving up at all, staying in the ballgame all the way, and at the last second, took a shot, three-pointer by Otis Dunn to take the lead, 23-22.
That was his second three-pointer. Would be kind of interesting if we got into one of these long bomb contests between Otis and Jimmy Ellswick. Both of them appear to be very proficient from long distance. Steve, I want to congratulate you, by the way, too. Geez, your weekly television sports show went over great yesterday, huh? When's that air now? When's that air? On Saturdays, you're on what?
Well, it was supposed to air tonight, but due to technical difficulties beyond somebody's control, I guess it didn't get on. But
oh no!
Whoops, we got to right off the bat.
Gee, that was a good call. Nicholson was just right on that call. That was great. Foul went against.
And the reason that's
Davis.
not a player control foul also is because he had released the ball before he made the contact. That's
very good call.
That's his first foul of the ball game.
Downey with the ball. They trail by 1, something they haven't had happen to them so far tonight till the very end of the first half. Good long bomb by Mark Duran. 17-footer baseline left, and give Downey the lead, 24-23. Full court press by Downey. Guptill fakes. Out to Zwalen. Otis from 3. That's his spot. No good. Back iron. 3-on-2. Fast break. Gaskell short arms it. Foul's going to go against Rush. Good call. Trevor Rush called for the foul on the rebound. Downey leads by 1, 24-23. Davis with the ball. Chance to go back ahead again. Zwalen, good ball handling. Inside to Honberger.